And we're live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Renegade Rangers here on the Kirbside Network. We are live on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. Trying to get the Instagram up right now. We're live on TikTok right now. Thank you, everyone, because we're on episode 5. As always, shout out to our sponsors. Raise Energy, available at rapsports.com. If you work a long day and, you've got a Thursday session that you just don't have the energy for, Raise Energy has you covered. They have some wonderful flavors. They've got some wonderful, wonderful drinks. So give them your business. Use the promo code Kirbside8 at checkout for a special little discount. And while you're sitting around, gaming with your friends, maybe you're on Twitch, maybe you're at a table, you need snacks, right? Well, don't you worry. We've got you covered because Jerky.pro, the official snack of Kirbside Podcast and Kirbside Network, has got you covered. They've got a multitude of flavors, multitude of different jerkies. So please go check them out. They are wonderful. They are the perfect snack for tabletopping, for live streaming, for all of those many, many needs you have throughout the week. And, Christmas is coming up. Black Friday is literally next weekend. So you know what you can do? You can head on to our partners, Collected Comics, here in the Fort Worth, Dallas area. They have 2 locations. They have some amazing deals coming up for Black Friday. Get the nerd in your life something nice for Christmas. Get them a comic book. Get them some dice. Get them an assortment of minis for whatever tabletop game that they are playing at this time. Go check out Collected Comics. And what goes really good with minis and tabletop gaming? Dice. It's almost like we have a dice sponsor. ST-Way Gaming. They are on Facebook. They are on Instagram. They have their own website, ST-Way Gaming. That is ESTY Gaming. Go check them out. They're wonderful. They've given us some fantastic dice, some fantastic accessories. Go give them your business. We love them very, very much. But with all of this being said, I do have to be a little somber, a little serious for a second. 2 years ago, all us Ranger fans lost someone very special. Tommy, Jason David Frank, the OG Green Ranger, the OG White Ranger, sadly passed away. One of the best, probably the best person that I personally have ever met, that Tim has ever met, because we got to meet him together. Wonderful. He is awesome. He is a huge inspiration for a lot of people here at the table. So this game tonight, this episode tonight, is dedicated to him and his wonderful legacy that he has given us for the decades of Ranger content, decades of Ranger appearances, decades of going to cons and getting to meet him and standing in line after line after line because he refused to leave unless every single fan was seen. So shout out to JDF, shout out to his family. We love you very much. Thank you for everything. With that, Corey, take it away.
Welcome back, one and all, friends, and friends of near and far. Post round, holidays are around the corner. Like our wonderful Jay/Scotty Red Ranger was saying. I know there's a lot of bad weather. I know there's a lot of things going on in the world. Hopefully, what we are giving out, we're giving you guys something else to kind of think about without being stressed out. So, there is that. I know the bad weather, especially here in the U.S., is kind of going a little bit crazy. There's some bad weather storms on the east and west coast, so hopefully everyone out those directions are staying safe and, staying warm, staying dry. And with that said, let's get to the tonight's episode of the week, I should say. All right. So last time, as kind of a slight recap, our young crew of Rangers had their introduction with some of the underground nightlife of part of Angel Grove. Kind of seemed like a little bit of a racing scene that's kind of not quite legal in all intents purposes. Um, there was a little bit of some interesting items got brought up and got given out, and slight bit of a tantrum slash very last reveal that our Green Ranger was not quite present for to see, but yes, Rangers, yes, my good friends, Zordon is missing. The command center is being repaired by Alpha as best he can, and our Rangers are now left with a quandary because there's one other detail that they did catch. Angel Grove is not the only city under assault and attack. And with that, the government has decided we don't like this. So we're going to be sending out National Guard units. So there's something quite not sure what's going on with that. And with that, we're picking up exactly where we left off, which was our young deacon saying, Zordon's not here.
So
take it away,
just
guys.
Still in a bit of a panic. Deacon is looking at all of the monitors and everything and the array of keyboards in front of him. And he starts flicking away, sort of letting the morphing grid guide him and trying to do any sort of scan he can of Angel Grove, of California, of the United States, of the world, of the solar system, anything he can to try to find anything that resembles what Zordon should.
All right, with that, please give me a technology roll, please, sir.
It might help if I'm looking at my sheet here, huh?
Maybe just.
Is this qualifying as computer?
Yes, because you're using the base. You are using the command center's computer systems to do this.
I like that roll. I like this roll. I really like this roll. Dirty 20.
All right. With that, there seems to be points popping up, not just in Angel Grove. There's at least 2 within the city limits itself, but there are at least 4 other points popping up. Let me rephrase that. So 2 are in Angel Grove itself specifically. 2 are, one's in Texas, the other one is out toward New York. But then there's one in Africa, and then there's one in Australia that are popping up points as it seems the scan seems to be going global. That seems to resonate with Zordon's signature.
Okay. Is Deacon able to sort of overlay that map with the map of the attacks?
So there are points that there are a few some of the bigger fights were in Texas. There wasn't any fights reported, or at least nothing that was like heavily reported in New York, though. There was a very large battlefield that happened in Texas with what looked like putties against the local militia and National Guard that were able to deploy. It was kind of more of a draw. There wasn't any like hard detailed ones on the Africa fight.
Gotcha. So
but there also was no recorded fight, or at least no obvious recorded in Australia either.
Okay. So Deacon is going to say, hey guys, look at this, and kind of run everyone through. I traced the energy reading of what Zordon is supposed to look like based on the data banks. These are all the pings that I got. Can anyone help me narrow this down?
Hey, Stevie's gonna look over at Marcel and Scotty. You guys know way more about Power Rangers than I do. Has there ever been a time where Zordon was missing?
There actually was, and I believe it was Lost in Space when Divatox or someone captured him.
Scotty doesn't miss a beat. He goes, actually, it was at the end of Turbo, the beginning of Space, and right before Lost Galaxy.
Gotcha.
But he was more. But he was more kidnapped than like missing in the grid.
You can just
yeah, because they took his whole tank.
No clue what they're talking about.
So
this isn't in space.
Well, at least the tank is here.
This is a plus.
Alpha, does he have other tanks that you know of?
As Alpha comes back, listening to your question, there are other ways to hold Zordon, but this was his primary containment chamber. There are other ways to hold him, but they're not strong enough to hold him indefinitely. This chamber is also a life support. And what I mean by that is that depending on if there's enough power to hold the machinery together, he can be held against his will, but otherwise, the longer he is outside of this chamber, the worse off he will be.
Do we have a time frame, like a time limit?
What was that?
Do we have like a time frame or a time limit for how long he can be out?
Again, Rangers, it all depends on how much power that they're willing to use to keep him stable. And again, I do not even know where he is at the moment. Because as you see him, like, talking and walking up and trying to also add in his own searching through the network, through the system, it looks like actually, Deacon, give me another technology roll real quick.
Am I being helped?
Yes, this is a... Yes, this would be a... Sorry. Yes, you are getting a edge on your technology roll.
That. Not 13, 18. I know how math works.
All right, with 18, you are able to see that it looks like with what the data that is popping that Alpha is pulling and looking through, you're getting a feel for at least around a 6-month time limit before things start going south health-wise.
Okay. So having picked up before that Scotty and Troy are tight, Deacon's gonna kind of say, Scotty, we need to get Troy back here. He needs to know about this. Or you need to go tell him.
Yeah, I will talk to him. Alpha, any location for him?
As Alpha looks up again, one moment, and he starts going back to typing away on the keyboard. It looks like on the viewing screen. So again, the little globe pops up, for the wraparound for the holographic style setup. It seems like they're showing 2 different locations for Troy. Neither one is like a solid lock, but it's like one is showing up at the school, back at the college, where you think is the auto mechanic shop. and the other one seems to be out toward the bay again. Like not at where the cargo bay, not where the cargo shipping was, but actually like on the beach, like on the beach bay.
All right, I'll go check those out. Deacon, keep working at it, dog. Like, you're the only one that like understands this stuff better than probably. You're the only one that understands it like Alpha. Marcel, help him however you can. Try to remember anything from the show. Sky, Stevie, System, however you guys can. I know you guys are halfway decent with tech. I'm gonna go try to find Troy. Talk him off this damn ledge that he's on. And Scotty will hit his belt and he'll head towards the auto shop first.
Right after he leaves, Deacon's going to say, Alpha, is there any way that we can track their life signs just in case something happens?
Yes. He starts nodding his head and like he starts going around. He seems like to words. I'm sorry. Yeah. So yes, he nods and he's like, one moment. He gets and he starts like heading off outside of the room. About 5 minutes later, he seems coming up with looks like a. Best way to describe it. The trackers from the Ghostbusters. So like so like the OG cartoon, like it looks like a little monitor screen, like it actually has like antenna and everything else. Looks like the old real Ghostbuster style looking ghost scanner, like the PKE meter from the cartoon series.
Yeah.
And he hands it off to you.
Nice.
You can just like, I don't know what I was expecting, but we'll make it work. He just sets it up and he's like eyeballing it like every other second. He's like looking over it.
Yeah, so as you're kind of looking at it, you do see like several different like lines, all kind of like a heart style monitor, all beeping. It looks like you see a green mark, pink, black, yellow, red, and blue. Like so kind of like a kind of like a standard like a heartbeat monitor, but it looks like it's all kind of tied to each one of your guys' health sign, or at least the energy levels that you guys have for being Rangers.
Over the table, I'm really glad none of us are colorblind in character.
Oh boy.
You see. It depends on which colorblind you are.
I need a colorblind Power Ranger. That'd be hilarious.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, thank God I'm the Red Ranger. Oh.
Next character.
What do you mean red? You look like you're gray.
Oh, buddy.
We're all the same color.
So, CB's gonna see Duncan over here trying his best, absolutely doing whatever, and she's like, it's a little over my head. Hey, Alpha, Gordon is, he's connected to the grid just like our weapons and stuff, right?
He kind of like, Zordon is one of the original Mystic. He is one of the original. He's not one of the first Rangers, but he is one of the most recent of the. He is one of the more recent masters of the grid. His connection is different than a Ranger's connection. He is supported by it.
She's gonna.
Unfortunately.
Well, she's gonna let you finish. Hold on. Yeah.
The grid is what is keeping him alive in this way, for his body does not exist in this plane anymore. The chambers are what allows him to stay still connected and not merged with the grid itself.
Okay.
So like an ancient one in Stargate.
So with that, she's gonna meander a little bit to the side, and she again is a bit over her head, but she's gonna try and stay as positive as possible because surely this guy must be somewhere if Deacon is picking up signatures, and everybody is trying their best, and so she's gonna sit and just sort of meditate with her crystal around her neck.
Also, Stevie, can you give me a willpower check, please?
Willpower. Got it. Alrighty, hold on. I feel like I know my willpower off the top of my head, but
It's underneath the smarts.
right. There we go. Alrighty, I beat my own willpower.
All right, so you are able to kind of keep a clear head, but you felt like you keep thinking back to that sphere, but it's like it's not like you were like kind of mesmerized again like you were the first time with it. This time I feel like more like you feel like you may have saw something within the depths of it, and it's like, wait, what was that you were thinking of? Like, what was that I saw? Type of, thought process going on as you're kind of meditating through and just kind of trying to focus yourself. One second. Make sure I got that right one. Do you have survival trained?
I do have. Wait. No, I have Zippy Zap.
Okay.
Quickly, my brain had to switch from 5e to here. Like, I play a wisdom-based character. Of course, I have great survival.
I've been having that same issue, guys. So
looking over here like Zippy Zap. I didn't know that was a skill.
You're right.
It's right under
I feel like that should be a
the ability
specialization in
Moxie.
acrobatics.
I have advanced
All right,
chutzpah.
Chutzpah.
All right, can you give me a D20 roll then, Stevie?
Alrighty. 17.
All right. With that, you feel kind of with the meditation you're trying to kind of flow yourself through. You feel like you have kind of like an insight from what you were looking at, as you feel kind of drawing, like as you're looking, kind of think about it, your eyeline's kind of like drawn back to the map that Deacon had kind of left up because no one had said he had not said he had taken it down just yet. Of the pinpoints of both the battle fights and the Zordon energy readings, your eyeline is drawn to both the New York location and the Australia location. You're not sure why, but it just seems like those two seem to stand out the most to you in your kind of meditative state.
Okay. Just gonna breathe for a second, get up, and lightly tap. Hey Duncan.
You can just jumps because he was so absorbed. He's like, "What? Well, yeah, what's up, CV?"
I don't know how to explain this, but I was doing my meditation, and it's first time using this crystal, by the way, which I use my other ones and I don't get insights like this, but I'm getting a weird vibe off of New York and Australia.
What kind of crystal is it?
It's this one, and she's showing you the
Sorry, over the table. What kind of crystal is it?
Okay. Oh no, it's a crystal that we got from the grid.
Oh, okay.
Basically.
Okay, gotcha. Carry on. Sorry.
So yeah, I'm getting some weird vibes off of New York and Australia, which I usually get weird vibes off of those two locations in general, because crazy monsters over in Australia and, New York is New York. They have weird vibes all the time. But maybe something's going on there.
Deacon's just kind of blink. He's like, I just operated a quantum computer for the first time because some energy in my brain is telling me how. We're going with guts today.
I like the cut of his jib.
Oh, that's the best line of the game. Oh,
So
Thank you,
he's
that was great.
gonna just sort of grab Marcel and Sky and like, hey guys, TV's getting some weird vibes off of this. My gut saying we should trust her, because also my gut is telling me how to run a quantum computer. Do we want to wait for Scotty and Troy, or do we want to go now? Either way, we should definitely inform them before we teleport off.
I think first things first, we should just inform them.
Yeah, that's probably best. We don't want to, end up like Tony.
Who's Tony?
Tony, he's one wearing green.
You mean Troy?
Yes, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Cool.
Just for the record, by the way, it's Deacon, not Duncan, but we'll roll with it.
Okay. She just has the biggest smile. Like, sure, yeah.
We'll go with that.
So, I mean,
You may say your name is Duncan, but your energy aura says Deacon.
Did you choose your name, but your name chooses you?
Deacon just like, I have not had enough caffeine for this.
All right, so with that, Scotty, give me an
Yes.
alertness check because as you were teleported back to the school, you're kind of put off to like around the corner in one of the hallways that seems fairly deserted.
Yeah. That is 15.
What was that?
15.
Okay, I just heard a teen. It's like, wait, what?
15. Solid.
With a 15 on the alertness, you're able to see that it doesn't seem like there's anyone like nearby. So coming out of the corner, someone's gonna like saying like, "Where'd you come from?" type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But since you're not quite sure which room it is, because you're in a hallway that just like has different doors off, it's gonna take a minute for you to figure out which door it is.
Okay.
Oh. So are you just going to go up to each door, or are you going to?
Can I'm
Or are you going to try to go for anything specific?
I'm looking through my skills. Scotty is not the smart kind. He is the charisma kind. I'm trying to find which of my skills I can use to like we'll say investigate where Troy might be. I'd like to try alertness again. Maybe I can hear try to hear some kind of clattering, banging, slamming, because I remember Troy is not in a good mood, so he is not going to be calm. I'm going to be listening for loud music and something being something's being hit.
All right. With that, so yeah, you did say what was the roll for that one?
Alertness, please.
Yes.
Alrighty. Oof. 9. No, not good rolls.
You don't
on
really
those
hear like
ones.
much noise, as far as you can tell. You do see a few lights coming out from underneath the door frames on some of the doors, but either if he is making noise, it doesn't sound like you're not sure if he's too far away, or if you're just on the wrong side of the building.
Okay. Oh, I've got an idea. I will actually ping Alpha on the communicator. Alpha, how far am I from from Troy?
1 second. 1 second.
I'm specifically.
You are far from yourself.
I am specific. Stevie, get off this comm.
Stevie, go eat your jam.
Keep all comms silent. I need radio silence.
Okay.
He said because he heard in one military movie. Yeah. How close? Like, which direction in the school am I needing to go? Right, left? Is he close?
So everyone else that's at the command center that's looking, so Deacon has a chance of seeing this. So does Marcel, Sky, Stevie, if she's paying attention. If not, zoned out. Alpha is pulling up a map. Doing the whole enhance, pulling into the system. But then on it kind of like split screen. So it shows a red blip showing where Scotty's at in the building. But then there's a split screen, one showing like where Scotty's at, then there's another one that's like kind of like on the beach, and they're showing 2 green blips. And Alpha's going, what? As there are 2 signals for Green Ranger up on the map.
And Deacon's just gonna, as he hears this, he's like, "Hey, Marcel, did this ever happen in the show?"
Not that I can recall, but it has been a while. Because, how can he be in 2 places at once? Wait a second. Do you guys remember our first fight when we were told there was a weird looking putty with a dragon shield?
I was definitely not there, so no.
Yeah. I thought we blasted him, though.
Did we?
I thought I hit him. What was that mean? Was that you, Mr. Buzzworthy?
No,
No, 'cause
Troy
went to go
fought
fight
that.
him by himself.
So while they say this, Deacon's trying to cross-reference with putty activity, if any, or putty energy. Is there putty energy?
Do you guys? I mean, if there was one putty like that, there's a possibility there could be another.
Deacon, if you want to do that, roll me another technology roll, see if you can get the computer system to focus enough.
Hi, guy in the chair. Ooh, okay. I'm kind of getting worried. 'Cause that's okay.
Don't say
Rerolling
that.
that one. Well, I'm getting worried because I've rolled a lot of really good rolls. 21.
Savage.
All right, with that, it doesn't seem to be any putty energy, but it definitely is two very extremely similar signals that seem almost identical to each other. One is at the beach, and one is in the school. That's only about 100 feet away from where Scotty's at.
So based on activity level of the dots, like how much they may or may not be moving around, the blips, and then the Green Rangers biometrics, is there any way to correlate, like, oh, this one's standing pretty still, but the Green Rangers biometrics are showing he's running a marathon?
It seems like both are fairly steady. The one that's showing that at the beach is showing doesn't seem to really be moving that much, whereas the one at the school seems to be kind of like moving back, like not rapidly, but like moving from one point in a room to another point, kind of like
Almost like
normal,
as you would expect in
Yeah.
a shop. And
Yeah.
so, do the biometrics of the Green Ranger reflect calmness, or do they reflect movement?
pacing. Eh.
they are reflecting chaotic bouncing. Like if you're actually trying to more detail, so the scanner Alpha gave you is more like, are you healthy and whole, or is like you taking damage type of thing? It's kind of like more like a medical scanner.
Mhm.
The one that's in the command center is more detailed. That one is showing like a steady stay and then rapid, steady, rapid. It's like it's bounced between like two different readings. Like it can't lock in on itself.
Okay, fun.
Can't-
So,
Can
yeah,
we
no help.
just get the globe to show us the beach location?
So, as you are you Deacon? You gonna do it, or are you gonna ask Alpha to do it?
Deacon would have had no clue about this because, again, he hasn't seen Power Rangers, so he doesn't know that the viewing globe can view other locations.
I completely forgot about the viewing
Scotty
globe.
looks around and he starts yelling into the communicator, "Observe the viewing globe!"
We've already determined that, sir.
Relate.
With that, the globe does zoom in, and what you do see is a straight up, fully morphed up Green Ranger on the beach, just standing there, almost kind of like in a meditative pose.
Sky's gonna get on the communicator. Troy, you at the beach?
Am I?
Troy,
Yeah, just do the smart thing.
What do you answer?
no, yeah. So
Right?
Am I?
no, yeah. Scotty, roll me alertness check real quick.
Oh boy. Alrighty. Alertness. Oh no. And there goes that die.
That's all right. You got about 15 backups.
Not the
Not
same.
enough.
First of the mixed dice.
Nice.
You hear the communicator going off ahead of you from like you in the schoolroom.
Alright, I will.
So yeah, Troy, from
I
what you can
will
tell,
dart
Troy
that
is there
way.
with you because it is going off there. So yeah, Troy, you were able to go back to when you left. You were transported back to working on your project car.
Okay. So I wasn't sure. So I would say if left to his own devices, yeah, Troy would probably be under the car working on like brake lines.
Troy, the radio silence line wasn't. Scotty was just joking. You can speak.
I would also say that in the mood he was in, he pulled a Tommy and took his communicator off and left it off to the side.
Oh, no.
How dare you be on brand?
Episode.
No.
But yeah, it's probably like off on the side, like with like whatever car
Yeah,
keys and whatever.
It's like
stuff you
it's
don't
like
need in
you know, like
pockets.
the hood's propped up. It's like sitting like inside the hood. He's up under the car.
Yeah.
Like he might have heard it, but he's not really paying attention to it.
Yep.
Hey guys, should we try his
That
cell phone?
tracks.
Maybe he'll answer that.
I
We
got
did
him
exchange
on the
numbers.
way.
Tony
You can
wasn't
just.
sorry, Troy wasn't the best at answering his phone. Whenever we needed his help, we just went straight to the garage.
I don't think Troy has a cell phone, to be honest.
He does.
You can just
I mean,
kind of like. Looks like
he
an
gave us
idiot
the
because he
number,
thought of
but-
all the high tech solutions. Deacon just feels like he looks like an idiot because he was trying to focus on all the high tech solutions when you guys are just like, call him.
Marcel's just looking at everybody like, why don't we just use the phone?
Hey, Alpha, what else can we see on the viewing globe? And as she's standing over it, she's doing that thing like she's trying to see through a like a glass ball, trying to like activate it in some way.
Marcel's like, "You got this, Miss Cleo."
My mom spent a lot of money on her.
I'm so sorry.
Well, actually,
I
she
believe
found out that she was quite a fraud, and then she found out how to see into the void herself. I admire her for that.
Stevie.
Oh, is anyone calling Troy?
Scotty's literally running towards him.
Yeah, Scotty's like getting up to the
He may
in
not
that
have
way.
the fastest 40-yard dash, but he's athletic.
So yeah,
And the Guardian to good use.
Fast enough to be a guard, not slow enough to be a tackle.
oh. Stevie, do you have survival?
Nope. It's going to be a straight 20 roll.
All right.
That's a 1.
You're just kind of like entranced by the glowing of inside the viewing globe as it just pretty.
So, fun fact, this is back in the 2010s when there was like you could watch weird webcam footage from all over the world, and I'm just imagining that she has picked a random spot on the viewing globe. She is watching people eat inside of a pub in Germany, and it's just sitting there watching them just have normal dinner conversations in a random German pub.
We've unlocked a Pink Ranger's new kink, voyeurism.
Oh no!
Okay, Stevie,
that's R rating.
That's enough staring at the globe, and Sky's going to literally pick her up and like move her away from the globe.
Try to get it to work. Is that how it works?
It's okay. It's okay, Stevie.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so Scotty's able
Find
to
something
like,
else.
bust into the maintenance into the automotive garage area, and whatever music Troy would have normally been listening to, like whatever you would have had to like kind of help clear your mind of that rage you were feeling earlier, would be if you had anything that you would have set up is playing fairly loud enough that it was drowning out the communication beep.
Yeah,
I would say Scotty wouldn't have burst in, but he definitely would have. He would have came in with some pep in his step.
I'd say Monster by Skillet.
Ooh, nice choice.
Excellent choice.
But yeah, so yeah, that is definitely what Sky definitely comes in, like, just saying, like, heavy music.
Yeah, you just see
playing
like
out, it's definitely echoing in the bay. Like you can definitely see like other people's cars. You definitely see Troy's monster that he was just driving the other night back up on the ramp. The work on the brake line, so up on the ramp with on the jacks.
Yeah.
For him to get underneath.
Scotty will he will turn down the music just a little. He will not turn it completely off. He'll take it from 11 to like 6.
Yeah.
And then he'll actually make sure that the door is shut so that the conversation isn't extremely public. You good down there?
Before I answer, what is my mental state?
High or low?
High.
Does he still have dragon knuckles?
From my buddy Marcel. Hi.
Hi.
Unfortunately, Troy is still in angry Troy mode.
Okay.
Wonderful. Alrighty.
This is why he should have hit the pen.
Never met me an angry pot smoker.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Anyway, before that devolves, yeah, Scotty, I'd say you just hear kind of like, you know, since we're close to Christmas, like Ralphie's dad mutterings from under the car. You're you know.
Yep.
Harry from Home Alone.
Joe Pesci trying so hard not to swear.
Joe Pesci not cursing
Because he
in
can't
front of a
say the
child.
F word in a kid's movie.
Scotty will take a knee next to. I assume Troy's on one of the
He's on like one of those rolling,
Yep,
one of
yep.
those rolling.
Yeah, the rolling,
I'll take
the
a
rolling
knee
trolley
next
tray
to it.
things.
Yeah, where he can like slide up and out
yep.
from under the car.
I forget what they're actually called right now, and I'll remember later and yell it. But Scotty,
The word's escaping me too.
I think
Scott-
aren't they called skates or something like that?
Ollies?
I've always called it's always been a floor trolley, as far as I was always told.
Okay,
But,
floor trolley. Until...
Creeper. Called a creeper.
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 Thank you, Cody.
Really?
Thank you.
Oh my
Creeper?
gosh, that was bugging me. Thank you.
Interesting.
Creeper.
Yep.
Yeah.
He'll kneel down next to the creeper. It's like, I take it things have not gotten better.
You feel like there's like a deep breath. No. Believe it or not, I feel like the brakes were a little sticky from the race the other day. So I'm trying to make sure that everything's okay. Maybe the pad's glazed. Clang, clang.
Are you
Entrenched.
okay? You kind of went all Linux Lewis on that computer back there.
At that, he'll roll from under just to like so he can actually see you while you talk. Just
Yep.
no, not really. Something about weaponizing college students and then telling them just figure it out, and then he rolls back up under.
You know, that's fair. It's understandable that you're having some frustrations. Around that time, Scotty will hand him a wrench that's resting up on the hood.
Right. Thanks.
Yep.
Is it the right wrench?
I was yes-anding to that. So yes, it was the right one.
No, Scotty's smart enough not to hold the flashlight. That's for sure.
Like,
That's how combat
not
starts.
in my eye. This angle.
Hey,
we
hold
don't have
your eye.
time.
Ah!
We don't have time to unpack that trauma.
Yep.
This is it.
Listen, I understand that this is a lot, and you are. I don't want to use the word emotional because that seems like I'm not understanding where you're coming from. But you definitely seem. Seems like this hit a spot for you.
Yeah, a little bit. Like I said, don't like flying blind.
Yeah, trust me. Nothing makes me more angry than getting on the field and not knowing what the play is. But listen,
But-
man. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, listen, man, like we've only known each other a short time, okay?
Audio cut out.
That mic curse is back. God damn it.
Language.
Hello?
It's
There we
PG-13.
go. I can hear you now.
Awesome. All right, let's try that again.
Let's try it again.
Listen, you haven't known me very long, but like one of my favorite things in the world is like martial arts movies. Okay.
Okay.
Like black belt theater. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And my favorite is Jackie Chan. He is like my favorite. Okay.
Okay.
And one of his things is don't let your circumstances define you.
Right.
And I'm really struggling with that right now.
That's fair. I'm a fan of a good Enter the Dragon. Return of the Dragon. With the fight on the island. So,
Yeah.
But I know you're not used to any of this. I don't think any of us are. We're still pretty young. But having to be, for me, I'm a little more used to it. Having, split-second decisions on third. It's third and short for them, and I got to make a choice of how to stand up against something that's coming right at me. So I'm just used to adapting, going with whatever's coming next. I gotta be. I don't know if you're a big football guy. If you are, cool. Let's talk about this later. If not, sorry. But I gotta be able to call audibles at the last second. So I'm kind of used to the hey, this is happening. Okay, cool. This is how we're gonna react. I know that's not everyone's forte, and I'm sorry.
That's that you hear on the computer. Hey, something's happening right now. Total variable, but there's a second Green Ranger. Just to let you know.
Marcel's gonna hop on. Hey, Troy, somebody stole your look, bro.
It's completely like a
Troy's able
total,
to hear it through Scotty's communicator.
a complete total audible, like legit. No one would have saw this coming. 100%. If we had a plan, this kind of takes us off that plan.
So were we all able to hear that total bro moment going on?
Definitely not.
Okay.
No, because
I would
unless
not
never
have had a
mind.
communicator on.
Never
If
mind.
so,
this
if
is-
so, Deacon was going to be
unless,
like, Sky, why would you interrupt that?
Right. No.
Okay.
Scotty would respect a private conversation enough to turn the mic off.
Okay, with that, you see Troy immediately slide from back under the car and be like, good, I could use a punching bag. Let's go.
I was gonna say, wanna work out some of these feelings.
Yeah.
Let's go kick some ass.
Wait,
All right.
hold on. What time is it?
Oh, do I get to say it? Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever in 5 episodes, it's Morphin time!
Let's go!
Wait a sec. Are you saying I get to say it?
Yes!
Dragon Sword!
Tyrannosaurus!
Mastodon!
Saber-tooth tiger!
Triceratops!
Oh
You can just pauses.
no! Oh no!
It's like, am I?
We were so
for being on
close!
brand.
Oh no!
We were so close!
Oh.
Oh.
He hears her say Triceratops, and just like the flash of pink, he's like, Triceratops?
Oh my god, yes.
JDF is rolling in his grave right now.
He'd be proud of this.
Rolling with laughter.
Oh yeah. Why can I picture JDF yelling pterodactyl and then jumping in front of Amy Jo?
I could see,
Yes.
I see
Because
that.
I think they actually did
Yes.
that as a blooper.
Wasn't that a
He
joke?
would do that. I can see it. And he'd put his
Just
whole
don't look
heart
up the
into
original
it, too.
pilot for. Just don't look up the original pilot for the original like American Power
Nope,
Ranger.
the less talked about that, the better.
No idea what you're talking about.
Well, now I'm curious.
All right, but yes,
Yeah,
you are able
nope,
to.
you're not.
Don't worry, I'll clip that later, and I'll share it to everything.
Over the
Nice.
table, what if we're all about to go beat up like Corey's JDF tribute?
No.
Oh no!
Well,
What if it's Lord Draken?
I don't know which
Well,
of those
no,
is
until we
worse.
get there.
Don't know which of those is worse.
We're going to find out today.
Let's hustle.
Did we all?
But
teleport?
yes,
It smash cut to Troy and Scott doing.
Oh, are we front flipping into frame?
Yeah, front flip in the frame.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you want to do the front flip, you do the front flip. If otherwise, it's the teleport in with full Ranger costume, and
Oh,
everyone,
I'm smash cutting to the Six Ranger front flip in.
oh yes.
yeah.
Whenever
So
that happens, I just picture the enemy being like, "All right, let's get this
Waiting
Oh,
going."
for the morph sequence to go up. Just like,
How long did it take you guys to coordinate this?
and as we know,
Yeah, really practice, huh?
Stevie did not.
but yeah. So
That's what happens in
as you
between.
guys
came
are able
naturally.
to- as you guys are able to have the sequence of both rangering up, reactivating the system, and being teleported to the beach, and you guys do your full-on ranger poses of just every single thing of however you, just everyone just
Yep.
setting up is like Triceratops. I'm sorry.
Am I supposed to say that, or am I supposed to say the other one?
Did we switch? What?
No, I'm just messing. So what ends up happening is that you guys are able to be right there, and it is full on like in one of the coves that dots along the more rocky side of Angel Grove's northern part of the bay. So you do see some of the ocean line out behind it. You do feel like the few of the bigger rocks that are out that way. What you see standing before you, for all intents and purposes, like from the viewing globe, it looked like standard Green Ranger that Troy is wearing. But as it turns around, there is something very off about it, as it looks like rips and cracks and just like almost veins are popping out from the suit. And this looks like a battle-worn armor, but it looks like it's a corrupted, which is what is standing in front of you, wielding almost like a 2-foot-long looking wicked barbed sword in its hands, like kind of like a knight, hands sitting on top of the pommel, with like the tip kind of like lightly in the sand itself. As it looks like glowing red eyes kind of to burn through the mask, through the visor of the mask itself, and all you just hear in this deep rumbling voice is just.
Scotty will step forward. You want to explain why you stole my buddy's look?
I'll kill him!
But yes, I do need a good initiative check from you guys.
Troy, you
So
stole your
while-
dude.
I'll kill him!
Really quick, while we're doing initiative, I do want to remind everybody that we have our where to go, our blaster focusers, so every attack you make with your blade blaster is going to be upshifted.
Nice.
Yes, and either version of it. We did
Because we're
determine that.
rolling initiative, I now have the ability of follow me, which you guys can choose to go directly after me in the initiative order, and however many of you choose to, I get that plus to my roll.
You can do in that.
So, for instance, if you guys feel like you have a
Alright.
better chance to go faster, you can go faster on your own, or using Scotty's effect,
So
make him go faster, but then you'd be right after him.
yeah, so Deacon already said yes, so that's a +1. Anyone else?
I'm good with that.
Marcel,
Sure.
that's a +2. Stevie, that's a +3. All right. The three of you have to roll a d4 to determine who goes after one another.
So the ones I'm gonna have to worry about rolling is Troy, Scotty, and Scott.
Yep.
I
Okay,
do
so-
have a question though, and it's unrelated, but when we morphin came
I
and
also have a
posed,
2.
did the colorful smoke go off in the background? Like the different
Well,
colors?
we didn't morph together. We were
But we teleported
this is
together
more
and
like
we
you guys were-
posed.
I mean, we can yell Power Rangers and.
That's true.
Rangers.
I get plus to the initiative.
Did we have the multicolored pyro budget?
Oh, we have to.
With this
We
show,
have to.
no, we don't have any budget. Okay.
Later
Aw.
episodes.
So-
Later episodes, guys.
Our budget is our imagination.
Save
Oh,
money
thank you.
now,
Thank you, Marcel.
spend money later.
Oh, no.
So, Marcel, what's your speed?
My speed is a 4.
My speed's a 5, and we both rolled a 2. So, DM, if I'm doing my math right, I'll go before Marcel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Depends on what Stevie rolls to.
Stevie, what'd you roll in the d4?
1.
Okay, well then Stevie goes.
Cool.
Scotty rolled with the party's help. He rolled a 17 on that initiative.
Ooh, ooh.
Nice.
All right. Sky, what'd you get?
A 21.
Nice job,
Nice.
Sky.
Excellent.
Troy?
4.
Sorry, Troy.
Rip.
All
I
right,
do
so
have
it
a
was going to
question
be
before.
blue, black, pink after that.
Yes.
Yes. Troy had a question.
I do have a question. Does my suit look like it should?
Yours looks completely like normal. I mean, it seems like, like what I was describing before, where instead of just being like the old cloth-looking suits, this looks more like upright. Like there's more metallic, upraised metal bits and like more gauntlets to everything. Deacon does looks a little bit different. He has like a harness, like a attachment harness on his suit. So his is one that does look slightly different. It's not an armor add-up. It's just the item we were talking about before for Deacon.
Yeah. I did actually want to
Oh.
ask about that in general because I know that Troy had the pendant, Scotty had the bracelet thingy. I'm sorry, I forgot what Marcel and Sky had. I know Stevie had the hairband. Did those appear in any way altered in their ranger forms?
Yeah, so on Marcel's, it seems like he has like more of like a kind of like a short cape now hanging off the back of his suit. So it's like kind of like a
Ooh.
I have a
Uh,
cape? That's awesome.
Wait, what happened? What did we?
Bro,
so
I got a
each
cape.
person had like kind of like a item that was given
Trinkets.
to him off when after the last fight from the level up.
Oh, what's my item?
Deacon got a backpack. Stevie had a necklace, I
Hair
believe is
tie.
what it was.
A necklace.
Scotty had like a kind of like a medicine man style like a bracelet
Yep.
on his other wrist. Marcel seemed to have what was it? I believe it
I
was
thought I had like
a
a necklace. No.
if it was a necklace or yeah, it was like kind of like a pendant style necklace.
Yeah, because
Oh.
it like gives me extra creativity, right?
Yeah, it was like a bonus like your for for the creation on things. Troy has his medallion. As for you, Sky, you were given an anklet, so it's kind of like a bracelet, but it's kind of like, but one you would wear about your ankle. We're able to get into it because just you weren't here today to describe everything, so you have no clue what it does. It's kind of like a little bit of emergency healing that he can apply to himself.
Cool.
So it is a chance once per scene that he can roll a D2 and get either 1 or 2 points of health back.
Oh, sweet. And I feel like, so is it personalized to each of our taste, or is just so it'll if it's an anklet, it'll probably be like a charm bracelet with like the different extreme sports that Sky's into.
Surprised it doesn't have Buzzworthy on
it. Oh no, it does. It's on the flip side.
It may or may not have a B.
So with that, as it always seems to come out for every single time you're around, our yellow good 40 feet in between where you guys kind of stopped at and stood in front of this weird, corrupted-looking Green Ranger clone.
Me.
I mean,
first or last.
You said he's 40 feet, right?
Yeah.
All right.
He's kind of like straight ahead of you.
Well, let's get it. I'm gonna hop on that hoverboard and rush to him. I'm gonna burn a personal power, and 3 strikes are coming at him.
All right.
If it's tried and true, why change it up?
So, go for it.
Oh wait, I got to add. We determined this was acrobatics or finesse. I forget. I guess it doesn't matter. It's a D4 either way.
So, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to just like do something like a move in addition? Like,
no, it's just 3 attacks. And triple strikes is what's the word? Unarmored, not unarmored.
So you could either go finesse if you're trying to do it like where you're just trying to do more like a rapid punch.
Yeah.
That would be under finesse. That could be underneath finesse for you if you wish.
Yeah,
or you can do it as a brawn or a brawn or might if you want to.
No. We're not. We're sticking with speed. We don't even think no. So yeah, it's gonna be 2 rapid kicks in that headbutt to finish off.
All right.
So 17 plus 2. One's a nat 1, and then crap.
Last one's a crap. Okay.
15.
All right. So you have 1 full-on hit, 1 full-on miss. The third one, so the headbutt's definitely gonna miss. The first hit's gonna, your first kick's definitely gonna hit. The second one, there, unfortunately, because you overextended the kick, he's gonna get a chance to hit back at you.
Oh crap!
So you do the 1 full hit, so you were able to get 1 hit on him. All right. I doubt this is going to hit. What is your strength defense, Sky?
Armored is a 14.
I hit a 14. Yeah, so Lily, you hit him once. On the second one, he comes up as that blade seems to just literally hit you up the front and just knock you back 10 feet as you take that point of damage. And now that blade is now fully, in hand, as he just seems kind of like almost like a two-handed hold onto that blade.
Is in our heads up displays, is it display our health in can I say hypothetically Sky has 4 maximum health and now I see that he's at 3 out of 4?
And you see, there's kind of like a bar, it's see hard numbers, but it's kind of just like a bar graph, you saw full health and just when you look at him, you see that the energy has gone down. I think there's not a hard number to it.
Okay, so there's no percentage or anything.
No, it just seems like a bar that just seems like health is here, now health is down to here.
Sky, what's your health again? How much do you have?
2.
Oh.
You have 2 total, or you're at 2 now?
No, I have 2 total.
Oh, dear Lord.
You know what I'm doing next turn?
Same.
It'll be fine.
Protect the squishy.
Right?
Who ran
All
right in?
Scotty, you are up. Good Red Ranger.
All right. I'm gonna look at Marcel and go, double whammy,
Double whammy.
and I'm going to use my movement to actually jump over the Green Ranger and try to position myself behind him.
Give me an athletics check. Make sure you get the stick the landing.
It's gonna be a rough one. Solid 9.
Just as you get over him, he does seem to kind of clip your foot, so you kind of land face down.
Ugh.
It doesn't do any damage. It's just more like he just was able to, he tried to take a swipe, and it just seemed to kind of clip your foot, but it wasn't damaged. It wasn't damaged. It just more like
I
moved
take
and
the
just-
roll instead of landing perfectly on the feet. Very
Yeah.
Ranger-esque.
Nice.
But
All right.
then-
So you are behind him, though.
okay, cool.
That is a guaranteed.
Then I'm gonna take a swing at him.
It just you are kind of down on the ground. You're low to the ground.
I will use a free
Sweep
action
the leg.
to summon the power sword. As I imagine he almost just air grabs the sword as it forms into his hand. Two-handed, taking a swing at the ankles. Alright, and this is a might roll, correct? If I remember correctly?
Yes. If you're trying to.
Power sword is might roll. That's some bread and butter for me right there. Ooh, that's a good one. Let's see how we're looking D6 wise. 17.
You hit.
Yes. Yeah, two-handed, so that is 2 points of sharp. Ching.
Nice.
Movement, free action, action, and I don't have enough speed to, excuse me, I don't have enough speed for another attack, so that'll be my turn.
Alright. Alright. Then it's going to go to Deacon. What is your speed at?
5.
Hmm?
5.
5. It is your go next.
So Deacon he saw that Sky got hit, and I'm gonna take some narrative leeway here because the book doesn't give me a lot to go on. He's going to use a free action, and he's gonna hold up his right arm because he's left-handed, and there's gonna be this holographic just like display that pops up, and he's gonna like plug in a punch and like fling something at Sky, and it's going to hit his power shell and it's going to restore it. So using a personal power to restore 1 point of health to Sky. And so that's free action. He is going to use his move action. That's not my character sheet. What am I doing? He's going to use his move action to move 30 feet up because he definitely can't. He's a slow boy. He's going to move 30 feet up, and
so you're right. Technically, right now you're right next to where Sky's on the ground, or like where Sky got knocked back to.
Oh, okay, perfect. So no, don't need the anime fling it. So he will just go up and do that while he's next to Sky. Even though technically it's 60 feet, guys. So as long as you're within 60 feet and I have personal power, I can heal you. Okay.
Nice.
Please stay within that range.
He's emergency combat medic. He's turned off.
Yep. So he does that, and then doesn't have the speed to get over. So is it a free action to pull my blade blaster, or is that just happen?
The sidearm, it is a free action.
Okay. So it's 2 free actions. I've got 1 more free action and a standard action. I don't know what I'm going to do with that 1 standard action, so we'll pocket that. And we're going to use, or not the free action, we're going to use the standard action for a blade blaster attack. So that's targeting because it's range. I'm going to be rolling with a D4 and a D20. And does that trigger a thing? Nope. No, it does not. So that's not going to hit with a 2.
No. Your shot goes wide, and Sky just sees like go even wider above both of them. All right. With that, it is.
Sorry. Free action, pull out the power hammer, so that's also a thing that he has.
So hammer in one hand, blast on the other.
Yep, there we go.
All right, so now it is the Rangers' turn.
It
is
should
just
be
alternate
Marcel's
greens.
because he follows directly after me.
And then Reese's immediately after that. Or sorry,
Yeah,
Stevie's
should be
immediately after
Marcel and then Stevie directly after me.
It's initiative.
Yes, they follow my initiative directly after. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter their speed.
Oh, okay, I was misunderstanding because like the way I was reading it was like it just
Yeah.
allows them to go. It puts them afterwards, but it still has to
Yeah.
go follow the initiative order. Because
Yeah,
you had a 17, this thing is a 16.
Yeah, so they should all be directly after me, as though they share initiative with me, if I read it correctly. Bombing teams.
I'm just double checking
That's
just to
how
make
I
sure.
understood it.
Okay.
This Red Ranger.
Okay.
Oh no. Okay, so as teammate, you may choose to set their initiative as 1d4 lower than yours. So whatever you rolled, that d4 number, they take your number and subtract whatever they rolled from that to make their initiative.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. So take back everything I just did. Didn't happen yet.
But the thing is, so for instance, say all other 5 Rangers went with you
Mm-hmm.
underneath your Scotty, you would have a +5 plus your d20 plus whatever initiative
Right.
dice. And then they would roll a d4 and subtract it
each-
from
yeah,
that
and
value
each
to
of them
determine the
are
value.
ours. Okay. So then, yeah.
Her super cool power is still super cool, just not quite as cool.
Thank you.
No, it is good. Just it works when everyone works with it to make the values easier to understand.
Yeah.
It is still working. I mean,
Yeah, no, I read that wrong. That's my bad.
but yeah, so
It's a lot better than if I rolled by myself, because that too was going to be my initiative roll. So
Right.
Yeah, I might do that next time.
All right,
Follow the leader.
where'd it go? There's my dice. Okay. All right. So with Red Ranger right there on top of him, this thing's going to turn around and just kind of take a swipe at you, good sir.
Okay.
That is going to be a 16 against your strength defense. Does that
is a
even come
miss.
close? All right. So it seems to, like, as it swings, there is a blade of green energy that you dodged. It seems to hit past behind you, and it seems a putty rises up from where out of the water from where it hit into the water line.
Oof.
Oh.
And then it's going to try to take one more swing at you, good sir.
Alrighty.
That's going to be an 18. I don't think that hits or does it.
Miss.
And then putty number 2 rises up from the water where the
Okay.
blade.
guys just on the ground like can't relate.
Guys, we got company.
Yeah, you just hear just this wet. They seem to like be covered in seaweed. As like they're more like almost like an aquatic looking feel to these putties.
Oh, not themed buddies.
Hey, at least it's better than the clown putties again.
This is true.
Do they smell of
They-
pineapple?
Just wait till they show up with football pads on.
Hi, it's Stevie.
I was about to say, dude, I feel like the seaweed.
Oh,
stinks.
there is a sports themed monster coming your way, Scotty.
Can't wait for the pumpkin head buddies.
Yeah.
Spoiler, sweetie.
All right,
Pumpkin wrapper.
with that,
Favorite monster.
it'll be that first putty that rose up, and it's going to come trying to run right at the back of Scotty.
Oh, they all go on the same turn.
Damn,
Oh,
what did
darn.
he roll on initiative?
This one actually rolled high. The other one rolled very, very low.
Alright, alright.
This one rolled a 16. The other putty rolled a 2.
So you're not the slowest, Troy.
I know, right?
Small victories.
Small victories add up to big wins.
We can do this. I believe in us.
That's going to be a 16, and that will miss, I do believe.
Yes, it will.
But now you have a putty right behind you.
Yeah, not looking forward to this. Unless someone wants to take care of it.
It is now our Black Ranger's turn.
Okay. So, if I am seeing the battlefield correctly,
So right
There's
in
a
front of you
putty.
is your Blue Ranger and Yellow Ranger, side by side. This crooked-looking Green Ranger, your Red Ranger on the other side, and then a sea-like putty behind the Red Ranger. And there's like one more in the water about 15, 20 feet out past in the water behind that.
okay. Alright. As my free action, first I want to break out my Power Axe.
Let's go.
And then I'm trying to think of how I want to do this.
So I was slightly missed on one thing, Marcel. The Power Axe has one cannon shot per sequence from what it was looking at. I was misreading it.
Okay, gotcha. Great.
Uh,
I'm gonna keep it in the axe form, and to go along with the double whammy, since its back is turned to me, I would like to
Yes.
run at it with full force and take the axe to the back.
Double whammy.
all right, so you will
let's
have advantage because
go.
it. So you will have
Say it again?
advantage on the strike.
Nice. So that's my might, right?
Yes.
All right. Good old D6. Let's go.
Let's go.
D6, and then you roll the D20 twice to make the highest of the two.
What'd you get?
I got a nat 20.
Nice.
I don't think I can do
Double
better than
whammy.
that one.
Let's go.
Yeah, because the second one was a 9. So yeah, 20 plus 6. 26.
Sheesh.
Let's
So
go.
with that, roll me one more time.
The 20?
Come on.
7.
And you said that your D6 was your other dice was what?
20. 26.
No, I know the D6 you rolled. It was a 6.
Oh, it was a 6. Yeah, it was a 6.
Okay. So you are able to do another point into the back of this corrupted looking suit. It definitely feels odd though, like kind of squishy when the blade kind of sinks in.
Oh no. I hope it's not absorbing the blade.
All right.
Does my axe get stuck?
No, it doesn't get stuck, but it's like as you go in, you just kind of feel like this wet, squishy as you kind of went in. Instead of like the normal
Instead
like
of
the
the
spark
sparks
that
exploding.
both Sky and Scotty hit, yours seems to kind of like sink in, kind of like a wet, squishy, nasty, wet sucking sound. The way that the axe doesn't get stuck, but it's like as you pull it back, it seems like there's like green goo dripping off the blade now.
Guys, this is gross.
Yes, because like as you pull it back, you kind of see like where it seems like the suit was kind of like broken, as it now looks like seaweed's kind of like slipping out from it.
Ugh. You
All right,
guys see
then.
this, right?
All right, then it goes to Pink Ranger.
All right. Well, I'm immediately gonna take out my my geo bow, and start blasting.
Geo Slinger.
All
So,
right.
anyways,
Nice.
so then I start blasting.
So, she
so
starts
then
blasting.
I start blasting.
So you have the weird-looking Green Ranger suit, a putty behind Scotty, and then a one out further past that.
I think I'll go in and try to hit the one where Marcel's having trouble with right now.
Well, Marcel's right on top of the Ranger. The alternate green suit. The one that got right now, Scotty and Marcel are kind of on each side of it, kind of locking it down. But there's the putty that directly behind Scotty, and there's another one that looks like it's about to come up afterwards.
Okay. Yeah, okay, fine. I'll get the one immediately behind Scotty.
All right.
Appreciate you.
And that is a 17 to hit.
That is a hit, and that is one very exploded putty.
One less putty.
I believe I have 2. Okay, let me go over here. So, I'm going to go after the other one.
The one that's out in the water.
Yeah. That one doesn't hit anything except sand.
Why would you hit?
8.
Yeah, that is a whiff, unfortunately. All right. So you're gonna stay in
It's
place
not
where
nice
you're
to
at?
attack people from behind.
And it's kind of like
Says,
"Isn't that what
cautiously
you're
looking over her
doing,
shoulder.
Yeah, she's going to stay back as to not get up close and personal.
All right. Then it's going to be our Green Ranger, our very angry boy.
Okay.
Let
So-
the hate flow through you.
Free action, pulling the dragon dagger. Whatever good that this pendant does for me, I'm literally gonna clasp it and be like almost as if I was trying to crush it in my hand. I'm so angry. And I'm full sprint heading straight at the fake Green Ranger.
All right. Troy, real quick, high or low for me, good sir?
Hi.
Apparently these dice like you. All right, so you were what were you going after? You were going after your corrupted-looking clone, or were you going after the putty in the water, or what were you going to do?
No, the clone, the fake Green Ranger, and I'm
All right,
beelining.
so
no flips, no nothing, just sprint.
all right, everyone, give me an alertness check.
Oh yay! Is it group check or just individual?
Yeah, it's like everyone has a chance of seeing this.
Sweet. Give me that edge.
13.
I got a natural 20.
Ooh,
I got a 9.
16.
Wish I could have got it for my attack.
Right?
14.
Also a natural 20.
Everybody sees it but me.
If it matters.
So, yeah, anyone under a 10 does not see it. But yeah,
21.
so what everyone else is seeing
Right.
as
Wait,
Troy,
I forgot about my D2.
go
Come
for it.
on. Tails. Never know.
Rabbits.
So was that a 10?
Yes.
So anything under a 10 would not see. Anything,
Oh, awesome.
everyone. So
Okay,
yeah,
wait,
everyone is
okay,
seeing this.
I misheard you. My bad.
Yeah. As Troy seems to charge forward, his form seems to shift as he seems to have grown a tail as scales grow on the suit,
What
as
the
his hands seem to grow claws.
What is happening?
As you just seem to
Scotty, I don't
go
remember
on.
this.
So right now, Troy, you have both advantage and a shift up on your attack.
Oh,
So-
okay.
Oh.
Tony
That's why I
could
said
do
the
that
dice
this
are
whole
liking you right
time.
now.
He's an
Deacon.
animorph?
Deacon is gonna see this and have this really awful flashback to the very, very terrible fan fiction that he was reading that one night.
Oh,
Oh no.
Oh, I forgot about your late night fanfic hole.
Oh no.
no, don't
Like-
call it that.
Scotty's just having
Okay, your
flashbacks to the
fanfic
original
deep dive.
pilot.
Oh yeah.
That's worse. I don't know which is worse.
Okay, so on my attack, I am upshifted, and I have
on
advantage. Okay. First one. That's nice. That is
Like a physical tail or like a spectral tail?
No, like the suit has like grown like a green, long, whipping, rippling tail from the suit.
I don't know if that's better or worse. Carry on.
Right.
okay. So I'm using finesse because I'm going at him with the dagger. That's a total of 23.
Holy
Let's go,
smoke!
boy.
Nice.
So yes, that is definitely a straight up hit.
Actually, I'm sorry, I didn't upshift it. I did a D6. It would technically be a D8 if it was upshifted. I
Yeah.
apologize.
Disgusting.
That's 26.
That is a definite deep hit. As the blade seems to sink in. Right as this happens, though, the head does a 180 and stares straight at Troy as the mouth just kind of starts cracking and breaking to like this weird, wicked, jagged-looking mouthful of teeth and just goes, yes. As it just seems to pop as green glue explodes both over Troy and Scotty.
Ew.
Ew.
I like it. You just like had like this like wave like just like gack like Nickelodeon gack like thick goo just splash over both y'all.
Oh. All right. I think I have one more attack, so.
Yeah, you got that one other.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is the one other putty.
Yeah. No. I have faith in my friends that they can handle putties. The fake me needs to go down. And he just.
Oh no, you killed it.
Oh, I killed it.
Yeah, that's the reason why it popped.
Oh,
it's dead.
That was
yes, but
Oh my.
as it popped though, what is Troy's willpower defense again?
12.
Oh boy. I don't like
Let's see the glint in Tori's eye.
the literal anime reflection in his glasses.
I don't like this.
Troy, what is your willpower defense?
12.
12?
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
All right.
No.
Oh yes. Everyone's like, Troy, no. DM's like, Troy, yes.
Vegeta,
All right.
no.
As you are covered in that,
I was just about to say that.
Troy, you feel like this burning rage as what you guys saw of what you guys just popped seems to transfer over as now kind of like superimposing itself on top of Troy's uniform as the mask seems to look like the helmet starts shifting. It starts almost like it's growing a muzzle as it seems like to be like a mouth is now opening. Here's the best way to describe it. Neon Genesis Evangelion 01 opening and roaring is happening right now in front of you all.
Oh no.
I got
He's
that.
gonna eat
It's
us.
even worse because Deacon knows exactly what that is.
Troy doesn't, but I do.
Yeah, just more like you just head rips back and just let out this unearthly roar that seems to like just vibrate everything within 30 feet. Like the sand, the water just is churning.
Guys, what's happening?
Is there a putty left?
Oh, there is one single putty left.
I have another attack.
Yes, and you now have
you in control of it?
something new. Troy.
Yeah.
Give me a targeting attack roll at a D4 level.
Targeting at D4. What is 13.
Everyone can see this, so there's no point of asking for a roll. As Roy just kind of like looks down, like like after that roar, just kind of eyes lock onto the putty. Spines start erupting from the back of his suit and down the tail, as everyone can hear very classic rolling build-up before a beam bursts from the mouth.
I got a Godzilla beam.
You had monster breath?
Yes.
And it's just that white beam of just blue light light just kind of washes out everything, as just everyone else's suits seem to be screaming a warning across all of your visors.
Ding, 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 ding.
As
Radiation.
this
hazard.
place is literally
Radiation hazard.
as literally the rock that was the putty was kind of in front of, like, is just gone. It looks like a molten half moon is just there, as you just feel wiped out at this point, Troy. You now have one level of exhaustion as the rage is now fully gone from your system.
Quick question. Was there any collateral damage to any public property or anything off of the ground?
Is the side of the cliff still there? 'Cause I imagine there's a cliff.
Did we just knock off an orphanage?
Part of
Did
the
I just-
beach is
come on,
glass.
tell me I
and
final
there's a couple
flashed
rocks
it.
out in the waterway that are just molted, red, glowing-looking half moons, as it is just gone.
Was there a lighthouse in the vicinity?
There was a small fishing boat that just.
There's
Oh,
Not the
As the tail seems to kind of wrap around and turn into a thicker belt for his suit.
Upgrade.
You good, bro?
You alright, man?
You.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
Sky sees that and tries to make saber-toothed tiger teeth come out of his helmet. Like, we all can do something like that, right? How do How did you do it, Troy? Wake up, Troy! Tell me how you did it!
so given that
I just
there's
see you running up and just start shaking.
I'm just picturing him just like, tell me.
given that there's nothing else
got
around,
really
it's like-
mad.
Like, literally, other than seeing, like, this, like, glowing, like, green glowing glass that the beach has been turned into from the part, like, where the monster up to the waterline and then out. It just seems like you guys see, like, kind of like a glowing mark in the water for, like, how shallow the water was, as this beam just kind of ripped and just made a glass beam going out to the waterway.
hey guys,
Like, it
we
hit
should,
the
made
rocks, and the
glass.
rocks are about a good 60 feet out. It
we
just seems
should
like just melting.
we should probably get out of here before
Is
cameras
Troy
arrive.
still reptilian, or is he back to a ranger?
No, it seems like it seems like he's back to his starting point,
Okay.
but it's like there was a rage building up and it built up
Oh
to
no,
that.
like 1000%.
And the suit's
understood.
altered. You said like there's like a diamond pattern on the spine, and like the
and
belt
then like the
is
belt now looks
kinda-
like it looks like a tail.
Okay. So the suit
Okay.
looks more dope, which is pretty good on you.
Very appropriate.
But Troy is not a lizard, so we can get out of here and act like regular humans when we get back to the command center. Cool.
Deacon's
Just-
gonna just
Picking up all the info. Stevie, I 1000% agree with you. Troy, we got to get you out of here.
I want a
Yeah, because like
shower.
you guys, all of your suits are at this point are now registering an environmental radiation coming off the glass that Troy's breath just burnt up.
Deacon's gonna be like, Alpha, I need to clean up on Isle Beach.
I am also really hungry now.
Yeah, this one
He's
like
got the
really,
munchies.
it's like you went through like a full on like a Mutter's Run Raptor challenge.
Man went full ham. All right.
I got a great idea. We can go back to my room. I have lots of snacks, and you could also take a nap.
Can we all just
You
go
could
back to the
also
command
hit
center
this
first
pen.
and get?
Yeah.
Can,
Yeah,
we go
no.
back to the command center first and get deradiated, please?
Alpha, can you help
Answers?
clean up this beach? We're coming back
Yeah,
to the
that's a
command
great
center.
idea, Deacon.
So yes,
He's
you are able to.
learning.
Alpha is able to at least return you guys back to the command center. As you are brought back onto the main platform, he's like, "Oh my, this was not something that should have happened.
What happened? What is happening?
Right?
Can
Well,
you
there's a
give
lot of
us some
things.
type of answers? We
Alpha-
still don't know what's going on.
All right,
There's a lot of
everyone
things that
one
are
at a
happening
time.
that shouldn't be happening.
You can just holds up the power hammer. Is like, this is the talking stick. If you have the talking stick, you can talk. And he hands it over to Scotty.
Thank you, Deacon. Troy, you catch your breath, please. For the love of all things holy, catch your breath. And yeah, you just sit. Collect yourself. Alpha, what the hell just happened to Troy?
Yeah, so Alpha is coming up. So again, you see from his palm, like, that cathode-looking tube pops out, and he starts waving it over. But as he starts, examining Troy, the suit seems to depower on its own. So Troy is now back to being like in his standard, civilian garb. It just seems kind of like almost like a shattering effect, kind of like just falling off, like kind of like scales would.
Scotty won't power
As
down,
you
but
just-
he will take off his helmet.
So yeah, at this point, everyone can kind of see like Troy seems like kind of like like bags under his eyes, like he looks like he has like some veins like kind of popped out on his face. As Alpha waves that wand from his hand, just the beeping is just high level, like rapid fire beeping, is like just seems like kind of like almost like a Geiger counter kind of crackling noise comes from it. Oh,
Deacon grabs the hammer real quick. He's like, Scotty, put the helmet back on. Now. And then he hands it back to Alpha.
I love how Alpha has to have the talking stick as well.
He
Talking
doesn't-
stick law is law.
I didn't even catch
Is he
that.
even
That's
strong
good.
enough to hold it?
Oh yeah, it's like there's an arm that comes out from his back that he seems to just hold it as like his hands are like trying like seem to pat Troy down.
Third
It just seems
arm.
like holding on to it. It's just
I'm
like a
just
third arm from
sitting
his
there
back.
numb. Like,
Deacon also is going to reach for his harness and see if he can pull out a Geiger counter to kind of get radiation levels on everyone else.
All right, roll me a technology. Give me a technology check, Deacon.
Character sheet. Okay. I'm going to do a Eureka moment and say I have edge on this.
Go for it.
Which didn't really help. 17.
All right, with that, you are able to. It does seem like something pulls away, and as you look at it, it looks like a kind of like a rounded disc style like meter. Everyone else seems like as you like kind of wave it over, like it seems like there's like a little bit of like ticking, but not like what's coming off the scanner that Alpha has next to Troy at the moment.
And then whenever
Yeah,
he
it seems
waves
like-
it over to Troy, does this...
It sounds like it's
Blows
going
up.
like crazy, just like the one from Alpha's hand is going off of. It's like, I can't make that noise, but just that crackling, just that rapid fire crackling
Gotcha.
noise. It just
It just explodes in a little puff of smoke.
So
you-
oh
Deacon
no,
again
it's not that bad,
grabs-
but it's like it definitely looks like it's not quite maxing the dial, but it's definitely much higher than you would expect
We're talking at
than it
least
should
one
be
round,
looking.
if
Yeah.
not two.
yeah.
So Deacon grabs the hammer and it's like, okay, I don't think we need this now. Disappears it. Troy, decon chamber. If you ever want to have
Yes, and
children,
that's what-
decon chamber.
No question. I just follow. Like,
Scotty will help him up.
yeah.
Yeah, so you guys are able to definitely get him down to the healing chamber that you guys were originally in that helped stabilize. As Alpha, closes up and starts the process, it doesn't seem to like put you to sleep, Troy. It just seems like you just see, lights like just kind of like crisscrossing over your body. You just feel like the worst exhaustion of your life is hitting you right now.
Yeah. Guys, I
But-
feel terrible.
Stevie is gonna tap Marcel on the shoulder and say, "Hey, Martin, did the Green Ranger ever do that in the show?"
Not that I can recall.
Because I
Scotty?
don't remember Godzilla showing up.
You hear the explicitive beep go off in your helmet? No.
Okay, yeah, I didn't think so. This is
Okay.
uncharted,
yeah.
guys. This is uncharted territory.
Not even in Sentai, dog. Like,
I didn't know we
Okay.
had animalities.
Okay, I
So,
just
but yeah,
wanted to
so,
know the
as
proper
it seems-
level
so
of
as the-
freak out.
As Alpha's getting the process going through, there is like a kind of like a medical like readout. It seems like there is a power that is built up within Troy that seems to from the grid itself. It looks like it may take a day or two for it to drain, but right now it just seems like Alpha is going to be keeping Troy overnight to like watch for any complications, as it seems like he is going through a radiation decontamination.
And this is Sunday night.
As like
right?
a shield kind of like slowly lowers down over the tube, to kind of give like a kind of
quarantine vibes.
Is he being put into like a stasis?
no, not stasis.
Back to tank.
It's the
privacy.
crystal
trying
from
to
the
remember
privacy
Superman
tube.
2.
Privacy tube.
Oh,
Think
You are
about
still
the
able to talk, Troy.
freeze.
So it's not like you are. It's not like you are knocked out or anything. Just right now, you are most likely going to be taking a day or two away from school, which is again, as long as the project shows advancement, there's nothing wrong with your classes. There will be nothing wrong with your classwork.
good.
But just right now, there is something new going on, and Alpha's like, he does turn back to the rest of the other five. This is not something that should have happened. As he leads you all out as the decontamination starts working Troy over, trying to purge the radiation that was in his body at this point. You are
And
still able to
Deacon-
hear and talk, so it is like you do have a comm system, Troy, with the rest of the group, and you can turn it off and on as you need to.
Okay. So
I was
yeah,
gonna say
over
Deacon is going to keep his mic open so that Troy can hear if anything happens.
Scotty as
Right.
well.
Troy is not that smart of a person, so over the comm you're gonna hear, guys, am I the last dragon?
No, but that's an excellent movie, and we'll watch it this weekend. Nice,
Okay.
nice job, Bruce Leroy.
Marcel's
Oh.
looking at the tube and thinking to himself, I should hotbox that.
Scotty turns
Deacon
off
checks
his
the
mic,
Geiger counter.
turns to Marcel. Yeah, homie just went full show enough. I don't know what's going on.
Bro, this is new for me too.
Is the Geiger counter still going off, or are we safe now?
It's the only one that seems to have a little bit higher background count is on Scotty's suit, but as you guys are moving away from where Troy was at, it seems to like the grid seems to be purging the suit itself, as you kind of see like a red dust kind of falling off the suit itself, as it seems to be kind of purging and cleansing itself.
So Deacon will be like, "Okay, guys, it's safe to demorph or take your helmets off now."
Powering down.
CVD morphs, but it looks like she just morphed because it's a big old flash of light. Pow.
You hear over your communicator, I wish I could power down for like a day.
Do you meditate, Troy?
On what?
The universe.
Then on what?
But Alpha does
Not
lead
really.
you other five to like kind of like it's almost like a kind of like a communal kitchen style, like where he seems to go around. He does seem to kind of whip up like for all intents and purposes, kind of like a smoothie drink for the five of you. and he just like goes, "You need to drink these before you can leave the command center."
What flavor
Oh.
is this?
You can just, no questions asked, just starts downing it.
I spices
You can-
with buzzworthy.
Unfortunately, Scotty, your worst fear once more pops
Damn
up.
it, Alpha! Why?
It's pineapple
Marcel
flavor.
takes a sip.
He just keeps drinking it, just out of spite. Just.
This is great.
It's delicious.
I'm sorry, Scotty, but
It's okay.
but Alpha does. I do apologize. It is what is the most expedient, especially for you for being so close to that beam.
Alpha, you
Alpha,
got.
by that being, do you mean Troy or do you mean creepy other Green Ranger?
I think he said beam, right? Beam or being?
Yes. Beam.
Beam.
Laser beam.
Apologies.
Laser.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I was uncomfortably close to
B-E-A-M.
that breath.
No, the sun is a deadly laser.
Someone get Troy a Tic Tac.
Deacon's gonna go over to the monitor and examine the beach and make sure that all of the radioactive glass is gonzo.
No, unfortunately, after this point, it seems like it's only been a few minutes, but you are already seeing what looks like some sort of van and people coming out in some sort of radiation suits coming out.
And no, Duncan, we probably should have taken some with us for some analysis.
I was just.
I
thinking
don't
that.
like how you put that in quotes.
I am gonna say.
Stevie just wants to go like, I have a new uranium glass Chinaware again,
Listen, I am a
because that's a real thing.
It's like
They actually
depletion
did
glass,
make-
except dangerous.
yeah. Listen, y'all.
Yeah.
I am a BC student at best. I'm not touching anything that glows, especially after my boy just breathed it into existence. Which reminds me, again, Alpha, what is happening? Zordon's missing. Troy's spewing Godzilla breath, and there was an evil Green Ranger.
Actually,
That isn't
Scotty.
Tommy.
Scotty, we can probably catch you up on that.
Please.
Before we encountered Psycho Ranger over here, he says that not having any clue that that's actually a thing.
Nice reference.
After encountering Psycho Ranger over here, but before we encountered Psycho Ranger over here, Phoebe was focusing on her crystal, and kind of like how I can work the computer, she found something, but we may have a lead. Stevie, take it away.
Oh, sure. So I was getting some weird vibes off of New York and Australia specifically.
And Deacon's
It's
just
a
pulling
weird
this up on the
place.
monitor.
Well, yes, I
Australia's
also agree
Pokemon.
that Australia is a weird place. Granted, for many reasons, but yeah, it was giving me some, weird voodoo and whatnot. So I think we should check out that in New York. Also, if we go to New York, can we have a buddy system?
How about just no splitting up?
That's also an option.
Okay, so it sounds like Troy needs a nap. No one's going to the beach today. Or for the next, what's the average radiation wear off? 10 years?
Deacon rattle that off.
Yeah.
Yeah. A
And
half-life
now
is a
we
thing.
have to travel to New York and Australia.
Yes.
Good thing we have a teleport.
Yes.
Is this maybe
Hello,
next
friend.
Saturday
Thank
kind
you
of
for
thing?
watching.
Yeah, I'd like to pack some clothes.
Radioactive glass is 4.5 billion years. Tim
Thank-
says over the table.
Thank you, Tim.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
Deacon probably said that.
That's
All right.
Basing it
Jen-
off of uranium,
Jen-
so maybe half that.
Yeah.
You know, so.
What's the REM on that? Just for the people that do know radiation. I can't imagine. It's got to be high.
Yeah, no, it didn't get. Yeah, it's also depending on how the specific isotope and all that.
Yep.
I don't
Yeah,
study
each
that
one
type
is slightly
of
different.
biology.
But yes, so after your little, question about like, what's going on now? Alpha comes up, sets down like a little, because like I said, it's kind of like a communal like kitchen, like with a kind of like a rounded table for everyone to kind of sit down at. As you guys are finishing off what seems to be some sort of like anti-radiation smoothie of this.
And I have another one.
He sets it up, and again, like a little three-dimensional, like kind of like a smaller version of the viewing globe from the command center's main room kind of pops up, and Alpha seems kind of like has like a little keyboard kind of pop from his arm, and he starts tapping. I think we are in trouble, Rangers. As he starts tapping away, a sequence of different screens pop up as you see not just like the other Ranger teams that you've everyone's seen over the years, different ones. It also starts seeing that sort of like what the Green Ranger you saw. Other Rangers seem to be, other existences seem to be kind of bleeding through. Like there's like a fracture, like the dimensional walls have been broken as something seems to be leaking through. As you see, like what looks like another Green Ranger, but dressed up like he would be a cowboy, like a sheriff's star, like cowboy boots, castle type like gauntlets, like 6 shooters on the hip.
Are we
like
going
a vest instead of,
multiverse
instead of like
here?
the dime, like instead of like the over like
We're talking like
the
season
shoulder pads,
3
it seems like
Power
like a leather,
Rangers
like
in
a
the Wild
cowboy
West.
vest.
Yeah.
I said season 3 Power Rangers in the Wild West. Yeah, no,
But
that's
it
a
seems
good
like,
episode.
Remember, there was a Green
I-
Ranger that got left there.
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
You even see there even
That
looks
was
like
the
a
evil clone. That was
Yeah.
Tommy's evil clone.
Who took the gold? Who took the Green Power Ranger coin?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's such a good episode.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
there
You
even
can
seems to be
just,
like
like-
a red. There seems like a Red Ranger looks like a full on medieval European style knight with a
that's
shield and
dope.
sword. It seems like there's like different eras, different realities, like are starting to kind of like flex as like as Alpha kind of makes the camera zoom back in on the beach, as you kind of see like a crack that seems kind of like you kind of have started noticing things like as being Rangers. It looks like a crack from the grid energy kind of seeping out, as it looked like it kind of resonated with Troy, because as Alpha kind of replays a kind of like a video capture, he's trying to launch himself racing forward, he seemed to go through this crack as it seemed to supercharge and change his suit.
So the change
Into
that happened before he fired the blast.
Mm-hmm. Like
This
as
was
he
during
ran
the
through it, it
race.
seemed to like he ran through like a crack in the dimension.
Deacon is
Grid.
going to kind of survey himself and make sure that nothing is happening to him. He was literally 2 feet away.
Oh, as it seems like as Alpha, has that video playing, there's like a kind of little windows are popping up. Not as many as like what was it be in the command room, but like 6 or 7 like little rotating menu, like little rotating screens. I mean, Troy, you are kind of getting like a little mini like screen within screen type of thing, like in front
You're
of
getting
you.
the picture-in-picture.
Okay.
it seems like there is like another crack as now that Alpha knows kind of like look for something else. There seems to be kind of like a crack in New York and one out in Australia. Is like what it seems to kind of like in the same area that Stevie was pointing out towards. Oh, so everyone give me an alertness check.
Here's good news.
Right.
Rerolling that 1. And then touch.
16.
Much.
I got a 4.
17.
7.
16.
18.
Woo!
So I'm guessing Marcel and Sky are sharing edibles again.
Why are y'all like this?
Look, man, I'm a
so-
Power Ranger now. Life is stressful,
Especially for being a college student.
right? On top of
Um,
classes.
So
Yeah.
what everyone, seems to,
Wow.
like, what everyone
So
other
much
than
reading
Marcel
to
and Sky
do.
seem to kind of see on some of the screens is on the from the portal in like from the crack in New York, it seems to widen. Then all of a sudden, a 1920 Model T Ford comes rushing out with like putties and like suit, like like the old-fashioned, multi-piece suit, like as it seems to like be
Not-
shooting back as another car, as a 1920 or 1910 police cruiser comes racing out through the crack, chasing the putties.
Not putty gangsters.
Please tell me the putties are doing like the gangster Tommy guns.
Yes.
You'll
You'll never catch
us
me,
alive,
coppers.
Rangers.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
see, yeah.
Hey there, put the pedal to the metal there.
Guys, I think we're seeing rips in time.
Yeah, guys, I don't remember the multiverse being in a Power Rangers episode before. I mean, there was time travel, but not
Could-
multiverse.
Instead of a different place, could Lordon be in a different time?
Who's Lordon?
Every time it gets me.
I just need you to go through the whole alphabet. We need Bordon,
Yep.
Zordon, Cordon.
Oh,
Cordon bleu.
Scotty will stand up, just like so distraught and confused at what's going on. Go to the main center and start knocking on Zordon's tube. Not pounding, but definitely ting, ting, ting. Hey, wake up in there!
I'm a fan for percussive maintenance, but you can't fix an engine that's not there, buddy.
Is
Can't
there,
hear you. Nope.
Audio.
Is there anything, Alpha, that we can... I don't even know if we can do anything at this point. I feel helpless and angry.
Hey,
I
Al-
understand.
I have a question. What types of containers can the Sky float in?
Don't think he can float in the jam container, Stevie.
Well, I mean, if like this is his regular container, what are other containers that he can be in?
As Alpha kind of looks up and over to you, anything that is of the same type of frequency that would hold him in. There was something that I was trying to help build with an aid of a friend, but it was nowhere near completion and nowhere near ready. For right
Who
now,
was this friend?
and he just kind of bows his head, Billy, as he just kind of like walks out.
Oh, Billy's real.
Oh.
That's heavy. Wait,
Whoa.
Alpha.
Does this mean the other Rangers are real?
That's it. Alpha, you just said frequency, right?
Yes.
Okay, so just like a cop radio, if everyone's on the same channel, if everyone's on the same frequency, they should be able to hear one another, right?
Understandably, yes.
And Deacon's gonna pinball off of that and say, not only can they hear each other, but if you take a frequency and you flip it upside down, they can cancel each other out.
What if we used the frequency from the command center to contact the other Rangers that are bleeding through? There's got to be anyone. If we're talking multiverse, if we're talking time rips, you've got SPD, Time Force, the OG Rangers. Like, they've got to be out there somewhere.
Wait a second.
And the future Rangers probably have better tech than us, too.
Right. But also, if these rips in time are happening and Rangers from other times are bleeding over, so technically there could be another Zordon out there.
Huh.
I mean,
In the meantime, Deacon
Anything's
is also
possible
gonna
at this point.
he also is gonna say, hey guys, remember how the governor wants to kind of pull all of us in for questioning?
Yeah.
What's gonna happen if he finds one of these guys?
they're going to be well, if he can take them, they're going to be locked in a loony bin for sure.
Do we want to teleport them here?
I don't know how many Rangers we can teleport here.
I mean, if they're
Alpha?
other Rangers, they can be trusted, right?
Theoretically.
I'm
Also,
gonna point to
if
Psycho
other
Ranger and be
Rangers-
like,
If other Rangers
I mean,
are
how many
bleeding
evil
through-
Rangers have there been?
One,
You guys are the experts on this. I have no
Scotty
idea.
starts
Three,
counting seasons.
4, 5. I think there's been like 6 or 7.
MMPR twice. Then you've
mean,
got space. Technically,
The
Lost
Sailor
Galaxy
Scout
was
went evil
space.
once.
So you're looking at, and then there was of course Thunder Rangers, but that was a misunderstanding. It's not.
Thunder Rangers was a misunderstanding.
It's not.
Yeah.
It happens too frequently, actually. But like, the ratio is there. You know, it's not every Ranger's evil. There's just maybe 1 out of 10. As long as none of them are literal Psycho Rangers.
Yeah.
Hmm.
How do we know if it's a Psycho Ranger?
Oh, it'll look like they have like spiky.
They have, like,
heads and
Bug eyes.
yeah.
Deacon is like, wait, Psycho Rangers are actually a thing? Oh my
Yeah,
god,
no,
what is this
they're-
franchise?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dog. This is you're talking one of the best seasons too. Wait,
How
wait,
is this
hold on.
more complicated than the Krebs cycle?
He, Scotty will like tap on the viewing globe. He's like, Psycho Rangers.
So, yes,
Psycho Rangers. What's it called?
Are you using the viewing globe as your personal YouTube?
Damn it! What's it? Archive footage. That's what it's called. Psycho Rangers archive footage, and he's like, ding, 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 like tapping on it with his finger.
Alpha is like, let me see if the files have been finally restored. And he goes over and starts typing in, it looks like a search system, as there is like a somewhat static field, but you can definitely still see it. So it's kind of like that old, it's kind of like the old, Not. It's not. It's low. It's low quality, but
Yeah,
you can
we're
definitely
watching
tell.
Space on VHS right now. This is not streamed on the internet.
So the quality is very low, but it's definitely enough still to tell details. It looked like originally the very first, because it's kind of like showing like the very first Psycho Rangers that Rita Repulsa made herself, but then it's showing the corrupted version where instead of the red and white for instance for Red Ranger, it goes red and black, where it looks like kind of like a bat looking motif, like it's very much a molded, very heavy looking suit. And I mean, just for like Red Ranger, like each one showed like their own way, but they all were obsessed with their cloned colors, because it showed like them constantly fighting their own, like red on red,
Yeah.
blue on blue.
Scotty will point to the screen. That's a Psycho Ranger.
So it kind of looks like a bat wing,
With
like
the
motif
bat
looking
wings
helmet.
and the
Like,
bug eyes. Nice call, Marcel.
Deacon's just gonna say, I don't think I can make this joke, but is this what they call black on black crime?
Marcel's like, I'll allow it.
I'm sorry.
Scott's like, eh.
okay. So Scotty, while this is going on,
Yeah.
your phone starts vibrating with a text message.
Oh boy. He'll pull out the phone.
What you see is that it is from your dad's number,
Oh.
and all he is, and it is just saying, and it is saying, there is about to be announced a nationwide curfew with everything going on. So once night happens, be home or you will be answering to me, good sir. And that's what you
guys.
get.
We got a bigger problem than time ripping apart. My dad just figured out that I won't be home for dinner. Oh,
Okay, so to recap, timelines are converging here for some unknown reason,
Mm-hmm.
and when I get angry, I can turn into a mini Godzilla.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
just have this
Al.
like, I wouldn't recommend doing that very often, Troy.
Well, if
Unless
it
you wish you
happens,
be in this too a lot more often.
if it happens again, do we have a Mothra solution?
I think we are the Mothra solution.
Do I have an irrational
Oh.
dislike for moths now? Or other lizards? Like,
No, but you really don't like gorillas for some reason.
Yeah.
gorillas? Yeah.
It's
all
the
of a sudden-
gorillas.
monkey.
The Mothras are
No
the
like
moths are
monkeys.
fine. It's the
Nah.
gorillas.
No monkey.
No.
Goldar is gonna be in for it.
Oh, Goldar's gonna get his lunch money stolen.
Ugh.
Okay.
Well, guys.
But no, so yes, at this point, you do. There is a kind of like a, the national alert system is going off, and it is being picked up by the command center and is broadcast to you guys. As the message Sky just got kind of detailed, or like short details from his dad, saying that there is now a nationwide curfew, as there are now more random events happening. There was from what the news anchor is saying, there was some sort of it had to have been some sort of reenactment with lethal intent, as there was some sort of full-on assault on the Alamo in Texas, as it seemed like massive, two armies were fighting. There were lots of people were hurt from what was reported. It seems like other events, there were reports of international of a mastodon, an actual woolly mammoth, stomping down Main Street, London.
What the hell is
Ah.
going on?
And it looked
need
like
to get to
people
London,
in
right now.
or in furs, attacking glass and smashing up the cars before disappearing after 30 minutes of just them ransacking everything. of just them kind of phasing back out.
All right. Corey, roughly what time of day is it? Give or take.
At this point, since this is kind of like the weekend, this is about like 1 or 2.
Okay. So it's not like the sun's not setting and we don't need to, stay indoors just
You're
yet.
not rushing to go like home just yet. No.
What time is curfew?
That would be sunset, so about
yeah.
Sundown.
Well, I'm just saying that's something that was coming up on the news system. It was like
I see.
so
I'm sorry.
it is
I
like
thought that was an
anytime after dark, there will be very much heavy police and if not military now patrolling because of the random chaos that is going on.
All right.
Well, why would it be a curfew if everything happened during the daytime, though?
It's the government, man. When's the last time they actually made sense?
Bruh. Okay. So we've got a few hours to work with. Deacon Alpha, try to figure out some sort of way to get a hold of other Rangers. Whatever help we can get.
Deacon is just automatically going to start going over and like try to pull up like a all frequency hail for Ranger communicators.
Sky, Stevie, look around the command center, see if you can find anything for Troy so that he's, homie's got to be hungry right now and he's got to be tired. We got to find anything we can do to help him feel better. Marcel,
Deacon, do you have any more snacks in your backpack?
That pulls out Buzzworthy. He would not feel tired after this.
small doses, please. Like
Actually,
half a can.
I need to go back to my dorm for something. I shouldn't be long, though.
Whoa. With all this chaos going on, what could you possibly need back at your dorm?
Oh, you remember that the weird crystal that Martin gave me?
Yes. No, that's important. Crap.
Yeah. So, I was thinking about it, and while I was focusing on and she's pointing on the map. Yeah, before I got that weird vibe, I was focusing, but I kept thinking about it, and I'm wondering if it has something to do with our situation. It's worth a shot.
All right.
And then Deacon, while he's trying to pull up the all frequency hail, he's also going to say, Scotty, in the background, I feel like we also need to be working on a way to evacuate civilians if something happens. And he's going to kind of as he's looking at the screen, point to a screen behind him where you see all the civilians who were injured at the Alamo and the civilians who were being attacked by birds in their cars and stuff.
Okay. All right, here's the plan. Troy, get a nap in. Marcel, go with Stevie. Go get the orb. Sky, you and I will come up with some kind of, we'll say, plan. Little squat, we'll call them quadrants on what we can do, because all 6 of us are not going to be able to spread out across all of Southern California, but we can at least go 2 by 2 to somewhere in Angel Grove and help.
Am I the only one that thinks that the pace of how everything is escalating might be above us? Because we've only dabbled
1,000%
for a couple of days.
That is why Deacon is trying to get a hold of other Rangers, because I'm above my pay grade and I'm calling for backup.
Sorry about the monster movie transformation.
That was cool.
I didn't know that was the thing.
It's okay, Tony. You'll feel better.
Not gonna lie, it was kind of awesome, but really kind of terrifying. Please don't ever do that again.
I've been trying to do
Last
that
resort
with
only.
a saber-toothed tiger. I'm thinking I'm getting the gist of it.
You can only atomic breath if Zed or Goldar shows up.
Okay. If Zoldar or Ged come, I got it.
All right.
Deacon, high or low?
Oh dear.
Hmm?
Marcel, hi.
Worked for me.
Right.
You have to say my name
Ugh.
before you say hi.
Say his name, man.
Unfortunately, the dice are not with you, good sir. As you were
Rabbits.
trying to focus and trying to, figure out everything out, you have this inexplicable urge to go play with your Rubik's Cube. Like, it is like consuming all of your thoughts at the moment.
This is just great. I love this.
I love how this
So-
feeling just comes out of nowhere.
Deacon is going to fully knowing that he is shirking the duties that his leader has told him to do, even though he knows how blasted important it is. He's just gonna kind of underneath the table there, so it's a little concealed, and he still kind of look like he's moving and grooving and doing what he's supposed to do. Work on Rubik's Cube.
Give me one technology roll real quick while we're doing
Are we still upshifting that?
Yes.
Okay. We're gonna do Eureka, actually. I had to. Why not? Ooh, okay. Natural 20.
Yes.
For a total
Hey, third.
of 24.
A third side has been locked in. As it does, you kind of feel like a jolt as it seems to use their respective colors that they were set up as.
All right.
But yes. So Stevie, it was Stevie and who?
Marcel.
You're able to get teleported back to the dorms, kind of like an out-of-way spot. It doesn't seem like there's anyone nearby. It is on your floor, Stevie, so that is the good part.
Cool.
But
Alrighty. So she's gonna, with a pep in her step, go over to her door, and there's a key, so she takes out the key so she can swipe it, and opens the door. Welcome. And there's she turns on a light. It's a very faint light. And Marcel, as you walk in, you're gonna see that this is a room for 2 people, but there is no other person. So all of that space is filled with her stuff. There are candles all over the place. There are gems of all sorts, spheres. They're all different shapes, all sorts of crystals. You know those big old blankets that's meant to look like an original Woodstock poster. However, as you're looking around, because she's in there, she's buzzing around. She's supposed to be getting the orb, but of course she has been distracted by whatever the heck it is that is on her desk. While the orb is straight in front of you, she could have just walked in and grabbed it. But no, she needs to grab something on her desk. And as you're looking around, you're like, okay, yeah, this is on brand. This is on brand. You turn your head, in her side of the room, it's Jurassic Park. The sheets, the blankets, the pillows. There are fossils in shadow boxes, and you're just like, what are you like?
That is so many levels of great.
There is a lot more to you than I thought.
Hmm?
Also,
Oh,
it smells really nice in here.
Oh, thanks. That would be oh my gosh. And she runs over to the orb because nearby was a little incense, like those packets or whatever of like sage and whatnot and rosemary, and it's burnt to a crisp. How the police or the fire department hasn't been called for this specific room is a complete miracle. Oh no, this oh yeah. So I kind of left in a hurry when I left this, but it's okay, it's fine. Anyway, so this is what I came to get, of course. I figured if I left it with like the sage and rosemary, it would help read it a little better. But also, and she goes back over to her desk where she grabs a notebook and her bag and goes over to like where she keeps her food, where of course, you see like a small bookshelf is full of preservatives and things like that. Anything that could be jellied and jam is in this cabinet. Fruits, vegetables, whatever the heck.
You can jelly vegetables?
Of course. Oh, here, let me grab the carrots. And do you think Tony likes asparagus?
It's green, so maybe.
All right, yeah, let's get the asparagus. Let's get the mint jelly. Let's get the bread. She's grabbing all of this inside of the bag. And she's about to walk out the door. All right, let's go. Before she does, if you look on the desk, she has put down the orb.
Oh my god.
It's like, all right, got everything we need.
Marcel is just looking down. He's like, "Are you sure?"
Yeah.
You don't see the thing?
Right. Yeah.
Someone who is diagnosed ADHD, I have never felt more seen and attacked in my life.
Oh yeah.
Okay, great. So she puts that in her bag, and then she's about to walk out, and she, wait a minute. Okay, I have my phone. My money is right here, and I have my keys, and she has her keys on a lanyard. She's like, okay, I got everything. I got the orb. Did you need anything, Marcel? Did you want something? Like any snack? Oh, of course. I got snacks. In fact, she opens another cabinet and there's like jerky, dried meats and stuff. And
Jerky just drops because he's just like starving from the fight.
Yeah, you can have whatever you like. You can have whatever you like.
He's gonna grab some jerky, some chips, a soda.
Okay. Now it's only cream soda.
That's
I
fine.
don't drink much else. But yeah, okay. Whatever it is that you want, you can totally have it. My parents are gonna send more stuff later.
Should we bring some stuff for everybody else too?
Yeah. And she grabs another bag. Of course, it's a messenger bag because it's all she has. And y'all just fill it up with just all sorts of stuff. She leaves that up to you as she has meandered over somewhere part of the room and has picked up either a book or actually she's going to pick up one of her shadow boxes that's dismantled on the desk and just kind of looking over it. And she goes, hey, question.
Yes.
We're different dinosaurs and prehistoric animals, correct?
Correct.
Okay, I need to expand my collection because as you see, I have a few, but I don't have any examples of the ones we are. And that's going to be a project for me because you guys are my friends and I really want that to be on my wall. All right. Are we all ready to go?
I think so. I got the snacks.
All right, let's go. And then as she's about to leave, it's almost as if kind of like a Pavlovian response of as her foot hits the door, she stops, checks the phone, the wallet, her keys, looks for the orb, Okay, we're good now. Closes the door. Got everything.
Nice.
And we're going to teleport back to Command Center.
Sky, you were never allowed to give Stevie a buzzworthy.
The thing is, I didn't.
I'm going to be real. It probably won't even register.
She'll probably drink it and just like, I feel the same.
Why is everyone else in slow motion?
Like, I don't understand.
It's Sammy the squirrel from, what's that
Over
movie?
Ice Age? No.
Over the Hedge.
No.
I'm just
Have you
reminded.
guys ever seen Hoodwinked?
Yes.
From Futurama when he had the 1,000.
Oh, the coffee, the 500 cups of coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes, that
Captain
reminds
of the
me.
Speed Force.
Sky. High or low, good sir?
Let's go low.
Thank you.
Okay.
Nani?
Should
Left the
I be
fears
worried?
of a pop quiz behind us.
Right.
But yeah, so you're able to get your little event going off. Deacon, roll me another technology
natural
roll, please,
20?
good sir.
Another natural 20, by all means.
Roll it, or else.
Wait, is this a new day?
No, this is still the kind of the same day that that the fight with the alternate ranger happened.
12.
It was a technology roll?
Can you hear me? 12.
No, I can
Sorry.
hear you now. Another natural 20?
No, 12. I wish.
All right. With a 12, you don't seem to make much headway, but you don't seem to regress on any of your success so far. So you're good at the moment. It's a sometimes food, not an every time food. But yeah, so now everyone's back at the command center. It's still that same day. Again, it is the Sunday, so it is right before the start of the school week really starts off again.
So I'm sorry, really quick point of order. Was Deacon able to make any headway on the all frequency hail, or was it just solely?
I need to check for that.
Okay.
I'll need to check for that. Technically it is at a downshift.
Snag.
So if you are one dice lower because of your focus has mostly been on the cube.
Okay. Is this technology computer again?
Yes.
Okay. Am I getting help from Alpha?
He's on a different process. You're on your. You're trying to do it from your side. He's doing it from his side.
All right, 13.
All right, you're already kind of able to kind of weed out a few frequencies, but it's going to take at least a couple. From what you just felt like, what you were able to figure out, it's going to take at least another day or two of you fully focusing to try to get the rest of lock it down. And you filter out some of the excess noise lines is what you've done so far. If you have better rolls on the next 2 times you attempt it, you may either A, get through all of it, or you may add more depending on how bad the roll happens.
Okay.
So there is a win and there is a loss in this scenario. So, all right. So if there's nothing else for anyone that was wanting to do anything within this game day, because Troy is recuperating in the capsule of anti-radiation.
He has a plethora of
Stevie,
snacks.
I just imagine me
Oh,
and Stevie walking in like, we got snacks.
You got
who
everything you
wants mini
need.
tacos?
You start stacking them somewhere on like a table or a shelf or whatever.
You can just like, I
Oh.
did not know you could jelly asparagus, and that is a war crime.
It's not a war crime if we're not at war, but I agree with you.
But
Looks at the viewing globe.
So-
You know what? You might be right.
Just broadly gestures.
at this point, it's about with everyone just trying to do what they can, like, you know, either walk around familiarizing themselves with the command base, the different levels. You guys do end up finding quite a few things that are possible to be used on site. Is the kitchen you guys were in. There is a training room that is kind of like the X-Men's danger room. So it's kind of like a simulation, a room you guys can kind of train and practice different things in.
Do they have a terrain mode? Does it have a terrain mode?
No, like literally, like if you open it up, it looks like it's just a white walls. But like once you program it in, then it like will build up the environment and the enemies.
Oh, okay. Subtract the enemies, but Sky's going to make it into a cityscape. You know, high buildings, bunch of rails.
Yes, if you want to use this as a kind of a testing
Yes.
ground for both the regular skateboard and or hoverboard, you can do that here.
Yes.
You can see that this has been activated.
You can definitely tell there is definitely a charge in the system that is taking away a little bit of power to run this system from everything you and Alpha are doing, but it's not enough to really cause too much of an issue at the moment.
Okay, cool.
Because again,
Hey,
it's
Sky,
not like
what are
the
you
system
doing?
has
You're just-
infinite.
Go ahead.
Because the system doesn't have infinite resources, but again, it's not like will stop you from it.
Gotcha. So Deacon goes, hey, Sky, what are you doing? I just noticed a power drain over here.
Being in my element, and he cuts the communicator off.
Like, I'm a skateboarder. I must skate. The rails call me.
You're just like, what on earth is yellow element? Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, since we I have the orb now, Stevie would like to try to concentrate on it. However,
Alright.
she's gonna do so next to Zordon's tube.
Okay. All right. So, give me the. Okay. Do you have any science specializations, Stevie?
Any science specializations? No.
But do you have any ranks in science at all?
I have some ranks in science. Let me back over here. Yeah, I have one.
All right. Give me a roll for that.
Cool.
Give it to me at an upshift. So, do it with the D4 instead of the D2.
Okay. All right, what is that? 12.
All right, with that, you feel like as you're kind of focusing and kind of thinking about the orb and just kind of meditating, you remember a few things your mom like reminded you about teaching you, like when you went into meditation for the first couple times, and you feel like normally when you hold a crystal, you feel the weight for it, but as you were meditating on this time, that weight kind of seemed to disappear. Like you still felt like you were holding it, but it felt like there was no weight in your hand as you were just kind of floating for a few precious moments, as you felt like a sharp shock course right through your arms and hands, and a slight bit of a sense of danger, not as like danger like what this was causing was danger, but like something on the horizon was coming.
Hmm.
Kind of like a future warning almost. Or premonition, sorry, premonition.
Hey, Duncan?
Yeah, close enough. What's up?
So I know we can see things that are happening, but can we sense things on the computer that are going to happen?
So you're wanting a predictive algorithm that's going to predict the future?
Well, I mean, I just got that feeling of, something's bad's gonna happen. Not like something bad has already happened, but like there is like more on the horizon. Is there a way to like, okay, so you know how you can predict some seismic activity, or like when you're looking at a weather, I forgot the exact word, but you're looking for a hook echo for signs of a tornado. Can
Because
we
it's gonna
find
kinda,
hook echoes?
it's gonna kind of cross his arm or his arms. Look, echoes in what?
That's the part I don't know.
You know, so this grid that we're all connected to is sort of this energy wave that transcends space and time.
Yes.
Theoretically, I could look for fluctuations in the energy grid that may indicate something's happening, but isn't that what we already did with the rifts that are open in Australia and New York?
Yeah, I guess so. And for some reason, and she's holding up the orb, I'm getting a premonition off of it. I'm trying to still figure it out. Um, but I was just wondering, is there a way to do that on your on the computer?
Well, here's the thing. Computers are incredibly advanced, especially compared to when they were, when we were sending people into space. I mean, look, we're able to operate Excel with basically what we send people into space. Like 2 cells in Excel send people to the moon. Um, we're infinitely more advanced than that now, but we're still not able to create complex algorithms enough that would be able to do that. But that was before I had access to a quantum computer, so let's find out. So technological skullduggery is now occurring. Deacon's trying to, again, with the morphing grid and Stevie's sort of premonition, see if he can hone in on these hook echoes or eddies in the morphing grid and hone in on what exactly it is she is, picking up on. And as he's doing, he's kind of talking like, scientists have long discussed whether or not that humans actually have a secret sixth sense. And some people describe it as a premonition, and he's just absolute biological technobabble just falling out of his mouth. And
Stevie's gonna nod politely.
And he's basically just like saying, like, there's no way to prove or disprove that there's a sixth sense, but some people have one, some people don't, yada 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 yada.
Marcel's gonna chime in like, I think that's called anxiety.
But yes, to do the next day, there is like another kind of like a local alert, just as like a reminder, like everyone's like phones pop up, messages saying there is a reminding of the curfew for Angel Grove, because it seems like it's the local city point of this one, saying that there's an hour left before curfew will be enforced.
All right.
So, and you guys can still move around because of the morphing grid and the ability to teleport to and from places. But right now,
Scotty will go up to Deacon. Deacon, how we looking? Are we able to send out this all call?
You can quickly just puts the Rubik's Cube behind his back. And he's like, yeah, so I'm working on it. I've got a few narrowed down. It's just, there's just so much going on here, man. I'm sorry. It's really complicated computer stuff. I don't want to worry you with it.
I understand. Just keep at it, please. We've only got about another hour.
Is that enough time to try to make another roll on that, or
yes?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Give me another check. At this point, because you now kind of like, since were able to do the rolls for the Rubik's Cube, you're no longer at the downshift on the technology roll for the trying to do the frequency now.
Love it. And am I receiving aid from Alpha now, or is he still doing other things?
He is able to help you if that is what you asked for.
Yeah, I'm going to ask for some help so I can get an edge on this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yes.
And then I'm at a D6 now. 15.
Nice.
18?
15.
All right,
1
so...
5.
Oh, 15?
1-5.
All right, so you're able to narrow it down, as right now it seems like you can set up a signal to kind of be a SOS, get all of this type of frequency set up for that would be going through the grid communicators, and it would kind of rotate through the spectrums. You've been able to at least find 3 to 4 spectrums that are with the little bit of work you're able to do, that you can kind of have it rotating and kind of like a lighthouse speaking, as it goes through, it'll send a message, wait for a reply, go to the next one, send a message, wait for a reply, kind of automated rotating system. And as you do more, you can keep coming back and trying to refine it, trying to get more of the background noise out, because it seems like as the grid is kind of fracturing, it's what's causing this noise. As you're filtering it out, you're able to get more connections set up. Right now, you're able to get 4 roughly.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, like, it is set up, and you do have it set where all of you will have a message sent once there is a connection made, a response made to the connection.
So Scotty, hearing Deacon explain this, he'll kind of grab the communicator, almost like one of those old "attention, anyone who can hear this message" kind of deals.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll go,
doing an Optimus Prime impression.
little Optimus Prime in there. Little Optimus Prime, little Brotherhood of Steel, He'll hit it and he goes, "Attention all Rangers. For lack of clarity, I'm going to call the Earth that you are currently on Earth 1. I am the current Red Ranger for a team on Earth 1. Any Rangers who receive this signal, please come to the command center. Reach out to the Rangers on this frequency. We'll be monitoring it regularly, looking for any response. Good luck out there,
Deacon.
Rangers. And may the power protect you.
And Deacon takes that recording and starts cycling it through the frequencies, trying to get any sort of response.
All right. Deacon, you've done a hell of a job. Troy's resting, and the curfew is imminent. I think we all need to bounce before people start asking where we're at.
Good idea.
And that is where we're going to end our session tonight, guys.
That was an amazing session, y'all. Whoo-wee. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching tonight. Thank you for being with us. We'd like to apologize. The Instagram was not working tonight, so if you guys regularly watch on our Instagram, sorry it didn't work. We're trying to figure that out for next time. Everyone else who was watching, I saw the chat just blowing up for Twitch and YouTube. Thank you all for watching. It means the world to us. This was an amazing session, an amazing night. Thank you all. We hope you have a wonderful holiday, because we will not be streaming next week because it will be Thanksgiving. So we hope all of you have a great holiday, and we will see you guys back in December. Probably we're going to shoot for the first week of December is when we'll return. So thank you, everyone, and we'll see you guys in a few weeks.